right here, guys. Figured y'all would like to see that. Got a lot going on. Lock. Yep. Alright guys, so come closer, baby. We got another clutch of eggs.
Check it out.
I'll find out how many's good.
Oh, we about to get bit.
Back up. Ooh, we made it. Look what we got, guys. So look at these beauties. 4
big eggs.
Yeah, they are for her.
And my a little one over there.
Yeah, that's a little slug.
How you know? It could be a thing.
No, these are slugs. They have to look like this.
What if it's a special snake?
No, honey. No. It's not
what
good.
if it's a 3-headed snake?
But yeah, this is our next clutch from our breeding pair of albino 100% het pod to a possible 66% double het albino pod. So that's them. I'm gonna put them up. I'm gonna number them and then put them up. See you guys in a little bit. 50K out. Alright guys, so the video today is basically on, can I overhandle my ball python? And the answer to that is yes. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but to me, you can't overhandle them. This right here is more of a juvie. He's close to a year old, but this is mostly for like the newer generations. This probably maybe getting their first snake, that are younger, that need to know, that need education on how much should you handle your snake. Typically, you should not handle them too much, especially when they're babies. You should handle them very little. You should handle them maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, a couple times a week. You don't want to overstress them. You want to make sure you feed them maybe one mouse, one rat a week, depending on their size, but you don't want to overfeed them as well. But yeah, you can overhandle them. You can handle them too much to where you stress them, to where you get them to where they won't eat, to where they will not shed properly because you're handling them so much that they're not having enough humidity, they're not staying in humidity long enough and staying in their enclosure long enough to maintain good health. You got to realize it's about the health of the animal, not just about your own pleasure, because they are snakes. They're not a puppy, they're not a kitten. They can't, and as you know, of course, if you're young and you've been young and your parents has taught you, you know, you can't hold a kitty all the time. You can't hold the puppy all the time. It's just like a snake. You can't hold a snake all the time. You can't put it around your neck all the time, carry it to the pet shops all the time, and do all that stuff with them all the time when they're babies. They need time to grow. They need time to learn how to handle all the stresses around them, and they need time away from human contact to lower and keep their stress minimized. This little boy right here is one example of that. Like when he hatched, I didn't bother him. I tried to feed him. He didn't ever eat on his own. So I had to literally assist feed him for 3 months. So he's the perfect example of a snake that can be held, because he has been handled so much when he was younger just to get him to eat. You see what I did? I didn't handle him a lot. I first assist fed him and then left him alone, my son, and then left him alone and then I fed him another week and then left him alone, and I fed him another week and then left him alone until he got to where he understood what he had to do, till his own understanding of what he's supposed to do as a snake to live kicked in. And when it finally did and he started eating on his own, that's when I knew I could handle him a little bit more. And as you can see now, because he was the little bitty thing when we first started. If you go way back in our videos, you'll see us when I first showed him as a little baby and us assist feeding him. And I'm talking back probably 8 months, but we have videos of doing that with him. But that is it. Just remember, overhandling is definitely something that can happen. So, but we will go, next what we'll do is we'll get into bigger snakes and we'll talk about them next. Alright, so in the last video we had a juvie that you can hold a little bit more than a baby. And I'm holding a baby right now. He's about 152 grams. And my son holds him when my son comes over for just a little bit. And he's a sweetheart, and he is available, and he is beautiful. Look at those high white sides. for that spider. He's gorgeous. He's a gorgeous little boy. But remember what I said about handling the babies. You can't handle them near as much as you can juvies. Definitely can't handle them near as much as you can handle the more adults. And you just need to make sure that your time is minimized and monitored, which each one, like with the babies, with the juvies, with the adults. I know you want to build, you got to build that relationship and that trust and that, but you also got to give them that time and space they need. It's about caring for them, about showing respect to them, and about, you know, showing that, you know, that they need their space and their time, and they're, you know, because they're considered still, you know, they're considered as a wild animal still. If you think about it, they're exotic pet, but they're in their innate ability, you know, they want to get away. That's their thing. They want to get away. That's what he's wanting to do right now. He's trying to get away, and of course he's not able to get away. But the point of it is, just remember that adults can be handled a little bit more than the babies can, and then the juvies can be handled a little bit more. But all of that needs to be monitored with time. Like not very little time with babies, you know, a few times a week, and then you can up it as they grow, because they're getting more used to the fact, and they're not being stressed out as much. And the bigger they get, like what Chris is holding, and she's my model for my adult male, they can be handled a little even more because they're used to it. They know what you're doing. They realize that you're getting them out, and you're either cleaning their bin or you're just holding them for just a little bit. And remember, it's always for your pleasure. Most of the time, it's not for theirs. I know people think, well, my snake likes this, my snake likes that. Well, yes, some do, but 90% of the time, snakes, once you get them out, their whole thing is, I want to get away, I want to go find something, I want to find a hole to bury in, because that's technically what a ball python's about anyway, is doing that thing, going underground, and hiding there, and you know, being in a little place where they feel safe and secure. And out and about like this, they don't feel safe and secure. So it's just something, they get used to it, of course, but it takes time, and it takes time as babies like this one to get used to it. So it's just a little informational video about handling them. You may think, you may disagree, you may agree, but this is my opinion. This is how I feel. Some of you might feel the same way, some of you might feel differently in some cases, but all snakes are different too. Ball pythons are different. To me, the way you handle them, how much you handle them, and with breeding and other things is different, you know. So it's up to you. I mean, how you do it. You have to choose, and you have to learn out of your own experience. But this is in my experience and in my learnings, and it's also from learning from mentors and people that have been doing this for years that tell me the same things. So, but it's still, like I said, it's your learning, it's your experience, it's your opinion. But this is my opinion, and this is how I feel about handling, and that you can overhandle them. And there is proof that people have lost their babies, little babies like this. You know, that because they overhandle them too much, stress them out, and it literally caused them to not eat and eventually die because of being overhandled and stressed out. But this is just us, guys, doing our thing. We love you. Stay positive, stay focused, stay disciplined. We will talk to you on the next vlog. Tell them what's up, baby.
CTK out.
Alright, guys, so we just wanted to say we love you guys, and we appreciate everything you do and for following us. And whether, you know, it's your opinion on how you handle, how you feel like about overhandling snakes or handling snakes. It's your opinion on that. This is my opinion. This is from my experience. This is from the experience of life of breeders that's been doing it for a very long time, that has taught me. But you take it or leave it. It's up to you. It's your choice. But it's definitely for younger people, like, that we should teach them, you know, correct handling procedures and being careful with them, and knowing that they have a chance of being bitten by a snake, that they have to be careful, because that chance of being bitten increases the chance of the snake being dropped, which increases the chance of the snake being hurt. It's something, guys, you could think about. Just remember, this is, you know, just me. Keep it positive, man. Keep it real. I love you guys. Appreciate everything you do. And yeah, we will talk to you on the next vlog. ZTK out. Say ZTK out, Zeke.